Hello and welcome. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh my goodness, are you okay?
This is a cry for help.
How can I help?
Help me make 5,000 blobs.
So today, I guess we're helping Mariah create the Blob universe. The Blob universe continues with you. Dun, dun, dun. I love that as an intro to opening a box. It's very cool. So in here we have the instruction manual. We have some fabulous paints that are just gorgeous. It's a good selection of colours, perfect for any sort of project that you might want to turn your blob into. We have the kneaded air dry clay. We also have this gorgeous branded pouch, which I think is well cute, with some fabulous tools in it. We have 2 paintbrushes, a little clay tool and an acrylic marker. I'm delighted with the paintbrushes. I bought my daughter the Mariah Elizabeth paint roll and paint, and so she's got lots of lovely branded brushes, and now I have 2 of my own, so I am delighted with that. We also have this drop sheet. I won't be using it because it's a bit shiny with all my overhead lights, but I am glad to have it because I need a drop sheet a lot. We have the varnish and of course the blob. Look at it, it's so perfect and gorgeous. Now I love the fact that Mariah provided a space for you to come up with designs, but I was already on it. I was so excited about the kit arriving that I'd been sat in a coffee shop designing my own. So as soon as the kit arrived, I was ready. So the first one I wanted to make was a bumblebee. It had to be. This was agonizing. There was so many options and I had so many ideas. But it's me and I love bumblebees, and this is a blob version of Lady Bee. So the reason I love bumblebees is because technically they shouldn't be able to fly. Their bodies are too fat and their wings are too small, and so they just can't fly or shouldn't be able to fly, but they do. And so for me, bumblebees mean believing in the impossible, and they're very close to my heart for many, many reasons. And my studio is covered with little bumblebees. I have plushes and I have little crocheted ones and lots of ones that I've drawn. And now it's going to be in blob form. Now, I did try and follow Mariah's tutorial about trying to pull the clay onto the blob, and I kind of got on okay with that, but it was just too fiddly to try and get antennae in there. So I ended up using a little bit of wire and attached these sort of little clay balls to the wire for the antennae. So that worked quite well, and everything was sort of going okay. I think I have to say that although it was going okay, I did struggle. I realised that my drawing abilities and my clay artist abilities are 2 very, very different things. So I just had to take it slowly and take my time. And I got there in the end. But I have to say, big shout out to Mariah, who does this all the time and make it look really easy. And the likes of Di from Aussie Crafter and Cassie from the Cassie Projects. Because I'd watched all these videos and was like, yeah, I can do this. Looks well easy. No, it takes practice, but I still had fun, and that's the main thing of a craft kit. So there is little Bumblebee, or Bee as we are calling her. That's Bea as opposed to Bee. I then realised that I'd made such a mess with the fact that I didn't actually really know what I was doing, so I decided to sort of sand. And obviously that we caused a bit of an accident there. It lost one of its antennae, and also there was some gaps, so I decided to use Mariah's trick and fill it up with puffy paint, and I realised that I'm just as much a novice with puffy paint as I am with clay. But you know, we just keep going, and I had so much fun. So even if this sort of thing is not your thing and you're not particularly good with 3D sculpting, it was still fun to try, so I'd absolutely highly recommend. Now, I wanted to mix a slightly paler yellow than one that was in the tube. I also wanted it slightly warmer, so I kind of mixed my own paint and then gave her a base of yellow and started adding a slightly brighter colour because I do like tonality on things, even on a blob, and although it's simplistic, I still wanted it to have some sort of shade and tone. So I kind of did that to the edges. I put this weird orange colour on the crown. We changed that later. I kind of realised my mistake at some point, but for the moment we're sticking with that. And I am painting the little black bumble buzz stripes onto it and the little antennae, and it's kind of coming together. It's amazing how quickly it comes together when you start putting the paint on. It did require lots of patience, lots of drying time in between, and oh my goodness, do you know how hard it is to draw a face on a 3D object? Yeah, thankfully the surface did take pencil really well and I was able to erase it, but yeah, look at her little face. It's also slightly skew-if because apparently in Blobland, or the Blob universe, their faces move to the right sometimes when they're holding things. But never mind, it's a whole other world out there in the Blob universe, so all of these little quirks are just accepted. People don't mind that your face is slightly squint. They just accept you for who you are. That is the wonder of Blob universe. I'm trying to make her look a little bit more furry. Oh, yes. Don't hold on to the appendages as something for stability. I was literally holding on to that wing the whole time, so I could be lazy and paint it all in one go, and I kind of clearly almost broke it. I saved it with gel medium, so we're all good. And then this was me putting some sort of like glitter thing. Now, I had spent ages trying to craft drippy honey, and it just looked like she had some sort of deformed fin or something. But then I watched Coco Creations video and she had made honey using hot glue, and I was so annoyed with myself. I thought, why didn't I think of that? I mean, I've made a whole waterfall out of glue before, but thankfully I'd watched this video before I'd finished my blob, and so I borrowed Coco's idea. I hope that's okay. And now we have nice golden drippy honey instead of whatever that hideous stuff was before. Also changed the crown, because the crown needed to be gold too, but we did add the sparkles back on top, and there she is. There is Bee, my little buzzy friend. She is so cute, and I absolutely love the fact that we now have her in blob form. So moving on to blob number 2. This is actually going to be my final blob because I have decided to give the third one to my daughter. I am creating a dragon fruit fly. Based on, well, actually before I have done a character that was a dragon fruit dragon, but this is a dragon fruit fly. I don't know why the difference. I think it's because I kind of wished I had more than 3 blobs because I kind of wanted lots of fruit flies. But anyway, we're going to stick with the dragon fruit fly. It's a bit of a mouthful to say. But yeah, we're going to stick with that. So the reason I have given the final one to my daughter is because she absolutely adores Mariah Elizabeth. She has done for a long, long time. We have treated her to various merch and things as they have come out. But she remembers the first video that she watched as being Wowie, which I'm looking back, it was like February of 2020. Although I'm sure she was watching him before then, because I seem to remember her watching the videos from when she was really, really tiny. And it used to be that when she was really little, she got to stay up late on a Friday night to watch Mariah Elizabeth. We watch her every Friday together. If we're ever away on holiday, her most favourite thing of the holiday is sitting in bed together on the Friday night watching Mariah Elizabeth. So it's so good. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to really thank Mariah. She is so much fun, and she doesn't take art seriously. Like, she does, but what I mean is, like, she's not kind of alienating people with it. She is just making it fun and accessible, and like, my daughter is so creative, and a lot of that has come from the influence that she has had from watching the likes of Mariah on YouTube. And so I really am incredibly grateful. It's given me a lot of special time with my daughter. It's become like a little tradition as watching the video. It's helped her be creative and try things that she maybe wouldn't have done before. And I think sometimes, especially for children, they seem to be more inspired by other people than by you as a parent. So it's still opened the door for creativity for that. And I think sometimes when you're on YouTube and you're doing your thing and you're making your stuff, and it's a daily, weekly kind of obligation, or I don't want to use the word grind because I think we all love it, that's why we do it, but you maybe aren't aware of the impact that you are having on other people whilst doing what you do. And I do think that is the case with Mariah. She's had a huge impact on something that I do with my daughter, a relationship with my daughter, but also my daughter's creativity. And so I'm ever so grateful for that. And that is why I really wanted to get this kit and to be involved in something that's important to Mariah. So yeah, it's part of why I did this kit. Now I'm just going to go back to this dragon fruit because I spent the time making all the little bits pink and then blending into green, and then realised that I obviously don't know what a dragon fruit looks like. I'd got it the wrong way around. So then I had to make it all green and turn it back to pink. I guess it gave everything a nice pink undertone for for it to look good. That's about the only positive I can say to that. So that was a bit of a mission, turning it colours multiple times, but eventually we get there and we get down to the final blend. Blending between pink and green is hard, but you know, I really wanted to do a dragon fruit fly. So here we are. And again, you can see how much fun I had trying to get this face onto this blob. It's like we get it on and then the eyes weren't even. And so I tried to correct it and then I have to correct it again. And you can see how close my head was getting to the blob to try to be able to see to make this work. But thankfully, yeah, it's a surface that you can erase pencil off quite easily. So we get there eventually, even though I mess up the eye there. We managed to correct it a little bit later. And we give, I'm calling him Derek. Don't know why. It's Derek the dragon fruit fly, but this is Derek. So meet Derek. So I managed to give him some rosy cheeks and fix his eyes. Now, I think the pen that comes in the kit will have great uses, but it's very, very liquidy, the black pen. And I was a little bit concerned that it was going to go everywhere, and I was doing black on white, and I thought that could be disastrous if it runs or smudges. So I moved back to my one because it was just slightly drier, and I just thought it was a little bit safer from what I was doing. But look at him. There's little Derek. He's so cute. I kind of want to make a little mini one. I did sort of start making one, but I clearly don't know how to sculpt blobs. So we just have the two. So finally, to finish them off, we are using the varnish that comes in the kit, and I am just giving them the final gloss over to keep them protected so that they can find their way into the blob universe, and you know, you have a whale of a time there. So look at them together, they're so cute. I absolutely love them both, and they are now pride of place in my craft room. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. If you have enjoyed this, I have lots of my friends taking part in a collab where we're all working together to help Mariah create the Blob universe. Thank you so much for traveling to the Blob universe with me. Oh my goodness, these guys are so cute. I absolutely love them. As I was saying before, if you have enjoyed this, a bunch of my friends are taking part in a collab, and we are really doing our best to help Mariah reach those 5,000 blobs. All the details for their videos will be in the description box below. I will tag their channels and also create a playlist a little bit later on. If you've enjoyed these, you might enjoy the next couple of videos that will be suggested to you, and I will see you guys again next Friday. Take care. Bye.